Welcome to Ask the Expert with noted radio host Steve Sleeper. Each week, Steve interviews entrepreneurs and professionals and shares their intriguing stories of success and service. Now, here's radio veteran Steve Sleeper.
Our guest today is Stan Perkins from Dean Standish Perkins and Associates, personal injury attorneys in Seattle, Washington, helping people through difficult personal injury matters for more than 30 years. Stan, tell us about yourself and your firm.
I've been an attorney now in Seattle for 34 years. Started soon after law school up in the Capitol Hill part of Seattle and was real eager to get into court, learn how to litigate, and I was kind of a general practitioner for the first 4 or 5 years, doing a lot of criminal defense, bankruptcy, family law, pretty much anything that came my way, and I really enjoyed it. And I'd say about 1990, I became a attorney marketer. I was really interested in finding ways to get potential clients to find me, to know who I was and what I did. And I got very active marketing in the phone book era. I know that dates me. I did a lot of radio, did some TV, spoke at a lot of seminars. And what came out of that was I started to get a lot of inquiries from people who had personal injury matters, a lot of car accidents, medical malpractice sort of cases, worker injuries, things like that. In the early 90s, I just pivoted to become a plaintiff personal injury lawyer. And that's what I am now, and that's what I've been doing for a long, long time. My practice has grown. I probably at its height, had about 20 employees, maybe 4 or 5 attorneys at the most. Right now, I'm in kind of what I would call my sweet spot. I've got staff of about 9 people. We've moved our offices down to the historic part of Seattle, which is called Pioneer Square. I've got 3 lawyers, 3 paralegals. I've got a private investigator, bookkeeper, a couple of law clerks, and it's a nice, comfortable size. Many of my employees have been with me for over 20 years. And we're still doing the same types of cases, Steve. We're doing a lot of car accidents, generally doing the same kind of thing that I've always done, just got a lot more experience. Started teaching at Seattle University Law School about 3 years ago, so I'm an adjunct professor there.
Let's say I've been in an accident, and amazingly, I hear this. I hear people tell me that, I've been in an accident. I don't need an attorney. I don't need to do that. But I think folks really do need an attorney if they've been, let's say, in a car accident, don't they?
Most times, I would say yes. There are some fender benders that, without any of the parties being injured, where I think it would be appropriate for someone to deal with the insurance companies themselves. That happens a lot. I get a lot of calls from people who have kind of the minor sort of scenario where I'm involved in an accident in a parking lot, someone backed into me. What do I do? My car's damaged, etc. We give a lot of free advice in situations like that. But I would say, if there's an injury involved, that's something that may be long lasting, something that may cause pain, medical bills, maybe some time off work for an extended period of time, I really don't think it's a fair fight for somebody to have to deal with an insurance company all by themselves. The adjusters are trained. That's what they do day in and day out. And, this isn't an indictment of the insurance industry, but they've got a job to do, and they're trying to reduce their claims. They're trying to collect their premiums, obviously. And it's really easy for them to intimidate people who find themselves in a tough situation. And most of my clients, Steve, have never been involved in a situation like this before. So they don't know, for instance, do I give a statement to the insurance company? Who should pay my medical bills? What's my case worth? Do I have access to a rental car? I mean, they're just numerous issues that come up that could be very, very complicated and really frustrating for somebody who's already hurt. Cases like that, I really think it's incumbent upon people to get some help, get some representation.
What does it cost to come to a personal injury attorney like yourself?
We work on what we call a contingent fee basis. And what does that mean? That means that my fee is a percentage of whatever the ultimate result of my client's case is, whether that's an out-of-court settlement, court verdict. It's very result-based. And in Seattle, and I think this is pretty much a nationwide standard, we charge 1/3. So, for instance, if there's a settlement of $10,000, the attorney's fees would be $3,300. Now, conversely, if we represent somebody and we go to court and we lose, or if we're unable to get a settlement for our clients, they don't owe us a fee. So that's the contingent part.
Now, let's talk about the times that we're in as we record this interview. We're in the COVID-19 crisis, which I think is going to be around for a while. So are you open right now? How are you handling that? How do you meet people?
We are open right now. All of my staff, fortunately for us, we're all able to work from home. We've had some mediations. We've had some court appearances on Zoom. But your question about meeting people, meeting prospective clients, that's been a little more troublesome. People are concerned about getting infected. We've got a shelter-in-place order here. So I would say that in the month of April, last month, wasn't able to meet as many new clients as I would have liked. And the few that retained me, I Skyped with them. I really like to meet my clients before we decide to move forward on a case. And I really wasn't able to meet any of my new clients in April other than on Zoom or on Skype. And we're able to exchange documentation, and we were able to get our clients to sign our retainer agreements. Not ideal. It's not what I like. I'm kind of old school people person. I just like to meet people and talk to them, get to know them, just get a sense of who they are and what their objectives are in a case and things like that. So that part's different. I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to meet more of our prospective clients face to face. I don't know when that's going to happen. It's really hard to say. The bulk of my practice is still helping people injured who have been injured in a motor vehicle accident. And there just aren't that many cars on the road right now, and there aren't as many accidents. So just in terms of the sheer volume of potential cases for me and for all of my competitors, those numbers are way down.
Do you think COVID-19 will delay claims?
Fascinating question. The short answer on that would be yes. Our court system has been basically shut down now for about 6 weeks, and I think I just saw the latest state Supreme Court ruling. They're going to try to see if we can get jury trials rescheduled for July or August. My sense is that may be a little bit quick. I don't think we're going to be out of the woods by then, so I have a hunch that they're going to push that out. So from the perspective of the court system and litigation, there's no question about the fact that every civil case in the state of Washington has been pushed out several months, which is a delay in justice. It's frustrating for some of our clients who have been waiting so long to get to court and get some sort of resolution to their situation. But interestingly enough, I've seen another trend, which is for our clients whose cases we have not filed a lawsuit yet. They're in the pre-litigation phase. They're hurt. They've been going to the doctor, and they're just trying to get better. Those folks, a lot of whom, unfortunately, haven't been able to get to see their doctor because of their fear for, catching COVID in the doctor's office, or some of their doctor's offices are closed. That, in conjunction with a lot of my clients, have lost their jobs. They've been furloughed. They're on unemployment. There's a push right now from a certain segment of our clientele to settle their cases earlier than we might have for those two reasons. Either there's kind of a financial driver, or they're kind of done seeing their doctors now a little earlier than they thought, but they don't know when they're going to be able to see their doctors or get their treatment. So It's been interesting on the litigation side, definitely delays. On the pre-litigation side of things, I'm feeling a little push towards trying to resolve matters a little sooner than I thought the cases would have. Insurance companies are still in business. Their adjusters are working from home just like we are. So in that respect, our business is still moving along at somewhat of a normal pace.
Stan, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. I really appreciated doing my first podcast.
Thanks for listening to Ask the Expert with Steve Sleeper. Join us next time as entrepreneurs and professionals share their intriguing stories of success and service.